Rainbow World. Home of the Rainbow Globes. I used to be one before turning into an evil Among Us person. I used to be a Rainbow Globe. I would be proud to be one, but I'm not. I hated it. When people are born, your family treats you well, but not mine. I was hated by my family.
Please, why are you doing this? I'm your child. You can't throw me out right when I was born. I thought you wanted a kid. Where's your loyalty?
Ah, it talks. That little freak can talk. Well, listen, you're the only rainbow gloom with red eyes, and that makes you evil. We have to protect ourselves from getting killed.
What? You can't throw me out just for that reason. Just because I'm the only rainbow gloop with red eyes doesn't make me an evil demonic entity from hell. You can't throw me out, I don't know how to survive.
Well, that's good, Die. You're gonna kill everyone and destroy the world with your little demonic eyes. Get out of here. We are doing the town a favor.
Just like that, from the moment I was born, I was hated and thrown out by my own parents, and I should have known that it was only getting worse from there. This is how me, Evely, has been mistreated by others.
Watch it, demon! I should have ran you over to protect the town.
Being thrown out by my own parents, being mocked and laughed at and made fun of, almost getting hit by a car, making a baby scared and a mother angry. This is a very terrible first day into this world. How could it possibly be worse? It got worse. Man, is this what my life will be like from now on? I thought to myself. Having to lay in a cardboard box as my home and my bed at the same time, now I have to go to stores and steal food to survive. I promised myself I would never be evil and commit crimes because despite what people think of me, I am not evil. But I still have to steal food and water to survive if no one would take me in. I had to. I had to learn to be independent. But it only got worse when he came along.
Why, hello, Evely. Pleasure to finally meet your acquaintance.
What? Who are you? And why did you call me Evely? My name is not Evely. I don't have any name. My parents didn't give me a name. They just threw me out.
I'm not a person. I'm just an entity. I am your future self. I have simply came to tell you that in the future you'll be an evil person, not a rainbow gloop. You'd be living in a world called Among Us. It's just like this world, but everybody are astronauts instead. You would be an evil person. This is what you'll look like in the future, and you'll have an evil crew and an evil lair. Face it, Evely, you are born to be evil, and that will be your name too. I know you don't have a name, but trust me, that will be your name. Evely.
You're wrong, entity. I'm never ever gonna be evil. I made a promise before I got thrown out. I'll never be evil. I made a promise today, my very first day of being alive, to never ever be evil. I have to stick to my promise. Plus, if you're my future, maybe I can do something to prevent it from happening.
Don't believe me? Fine, but it'll only make the truth hurt more. See you later, Evely. Ha 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 ha.
Maybe, Evely.
Aw, morning. Day 2 of being alive and day 2 of officially being alone in this world. I'm not even a day old since I was born at 6 o'clock at night. I haven't even eaten anything before, so I gotta go to the store and stealthily snatch food to eat. Then I'll go to the park to see if I can even find one friend. Just one. For the rest of my pitiful life, I would settle for just one friend. Guys, we're almost the same age. We were all born yesterday, so maybe we can finally get along. Forget the red eyes and think what's most important. What's on the inside?
No way, you suck, demon.
Well, of course we're gonna think what's on the inside, our lives, and we can't let you evil stupid demonic demon kill us and take our lives.
Yeah, you look so evil. No wonder why you're so popular to hate.
Popular to hate. Popular to hate. Popular to hate. Popular to hate. Popular to hate. Popular to hate. Popular to hate. Popular to hate. Popular to hate. Popular to hate. Popular to hate. Popular to hate. Popular to hate.
Reporting news on Rainbow World Studios, this new guy with red eyes that no one else in the entire world has is being bullied because people think that he's evil, and I agree. Please, when you see him, lock the doors, lock your windows, and most importantly, make fun of him. All evil people or people who look evil must be demonized and made fun of forever. In conclusion, this guy is so popular to hate.
I can't do this anymore. I can't be bullied like this. I guess I'm gonna be alone forever and forever right from the moment when I was born. I'd rather be alone forever than be bullied and getting hurt like this.
You okay?
What? Who are you? Another person to bully me, I assume? Like everyone has been for the last 10 years.
No, of course not. I didn't know you were bullied all your life because I was bullied all my life.
What? You used to be bullied too? But how? You would look like the last person to be bullied. I have a reason to be bullied.
I was taken from a ship and my parents had no clue where I was going, so I was separated from my parents forever. I finally made it to the city and everyone made fun of me of being homeless with no parents. I found a camping ground that I paid with the only money I had left, and I had no choice but to steal food and other supplies. Also, you don't have a reason to be bullied. You're unique.
Wow, you are the first person in my life that didn't bully me. In fact, the first person to ever say something nice to me.
Speaking of which, do you want to stay at my campsite instead of sleeping in that cardboard box all night?
My name is Daisy. What's your name?
No, my parents didn't give me a name. All I remember about them is them throwing me out the moment when I was born. Your parents gave you that name, right?
No, my parents didn't give me that name. All I remember is seeing my parents before I got kidnapped and taken away on the other side of this world. I escaped the bad guys, but I was still all alone. Been fending for myself ever since because those bullies couldn't take me in. I named myself Daisy because of the flower on my head. So maybe you can think of your best feature and name yourself after that.
I don't know. My red eyes are like a curse because of me being alone for 10 years because of it, but I guess I should name myself after my curse. What about Isaac? Get it? Red eyes. Hi, Isaac?
That's a great name.
I couldn't believe it. I was actually talking to someone and I was finally being listened to. After 10 years of being tortured in agony, things are going great for once, but it wouldn't last, because little did I know, there would be one more bully.
The storm.
Daisy, there's a storm, we gotta go inside.
Okay, I'll put the fire out first.
Wait, no, put that down. No! The only good thing in my life, the only good person in my life, the only person who didn't turn me away died. The best day of my life, because the worst day of my life, all of the anger and sadness was growing in a quick succession. It's like the world was playing a dirty trick on me, giving me a friend and then taking it from me. With nothing else to turn to, I realized I'm done with this world. I hated this world so much because of how the people introduced me here. So, I decided to go through that portal to go through a new world so that I can finally be happy, not be in this torture prison. I tried so hard to forget the terrible life I had in Rainbow World for 10 years. Maybe just forget about it and focus on whatever new life I am going to, but I realized I can't escape it. Apparently, I was going to this new world called Among Us, a world just like Rainbow World, but it's different people and how they do things, kinda like how the demon entity told me. It showed me what I would look like, and of course I would have those cursed eyes. I realized maybe that evil entity was right. Maybe being evil was my destiny, so I made a vow to be evil. I wasn't gonna let people bully me any longer after 10 years of it. I told myself if I saw one person in this new world make fun of me, then that would be the final straw. I would become evil.
What are you? Some sort of red-eyed evil freak?
I was right. This world was gonna be just as bad as the other world, so I showed no mercy this time. My evil life was so much better. I have 4 evil friends, 1,000 henchmen, and a nice and big evil lair. Who needs to live the life I lived before this? Who needs to just stand around being the laughing stock of the world? If anyone here were to see me as an evil demonic demon entity from hell, then I was going to become one.
Call me Emily.
The legend of the Keeper lies within that haunted house. The most haunted, the most creepy, the most dark, the most deadliest house in all of Among Us, by far, because one of the most deadliest creatures lies within that very house, the Keeper. The rooms are dark. The Keeper and his dark and creepy ghost minions live in the dark. They love the dark. They hate light. Most humans are scared of the dark. The Keeper is weak to light. If he stays within 5 minutes under light, he dies. His room is dark. The living is dark. The kitchen where his food stays is dark. You'll see what he mostly eats. His minion's room is also dark. The only room that isn't dark is the attic. It isn't supposed to be somewhat lit. That's a survivor's safe place, but you'll have to pass and survive all the other dark rooms. But unfortunately, no one has. They all died. That room you see is the darkest room. That's the room that's next to the attic. It's also where all the people die. It's the creepiest room ever. The Keeper watches people's every move. When they come here, they get such a deadly surprise jump scare. But unfortunately, a lot of people fell for the tricks, and they all died a brutal death.
Hey, why do I keep hitting these dark rooms? I want light. I've been in all these dark rooms and I hate the dark. I've been through the kitchen, the living room, the Keeper's bedroom, the Keeper's minion's bedroom. No wonder why this is abandoned. This is the creepiest house ever. Who would live here? Alright, the Keeper, the maniac deadly monster killing people. I better not run into him.
What is that? Looks like some kind of demon freak. Very creepy too.
That thing out there is a demon entity. They call him the Keeper.
The Keeper? Well, what is it doing here? Is it friendly? Will I survive?
I don't know if we'll survive. Remember that haunted house we passed the other day, and you decided to step 10 feet into the premises, and then I stopped you. Well, that's where the Keeper and his minions live. Anyone who passes the gates will be permanently haunted by the Keeper until he kills you. But the thing is, he wasn't like that. He wasn't always a freakish demon entity. He used to be a normal guy.
Really? That demon freak was a normal human. Did he have an original name?
Allow me to explain to you his tragic origin story. Prepare for the Curse of the Keeper. It all started with one man. It wasn't who the Keeper once was. It was just a young, energetic, new idea-making, and most important of all, greedy man. He would do anything for money, and he needed something that would bring in a big cash prize. He thought of making a haunted house, not an actual creepy place, a fun children's haunted house. Kids loves haunted houses nowadays after all. It would bring him so much cash, but then he had an idea that would bring him more cash, making a real-life demon entity under his own control that would make the haunted house look so much better. Want to know how he did it? Kidnapped an innocent person and taking his own life from him. Sometimes the most greedy people become so greedy they do bad things. He was going to transform the gray guy into a demon entity and make his haunted house a success, but something went terribly wrong. As a way of protection, he put that cloak on to make himself look more like a protector. That machine was powerful enough to create mini demon freaks, small and powerless.
It seems like your greediness took you too far. You took an innocent person's life that didn't even do anything. But now I have a purpose in life. I have a priority to protect those small minions that were just created. I need to protect them. I need to be a good keeper.
Soon, the Keeper took over that haunted house and made it the scariest and most deadliest house ever. The minions' protection was soon his top priority. That's where he got his name, for keeping his minions' protection, to keep what's his, to keep it all. If a person were to step even one step into the premises, then they will permanently be haunted by the Keeper. The Keeper thinks people are thieves and wanted to protect the minions. Even if you leave, you're still cursed by him until you're dead. That's why I stopped you from going in, but it doesn't matter, we're still haunted by it forever now. Cursed in his power.
Yeah, but the lights are on, right? Maybe at night. We can sleep with the lights on, so that he can't get into rooms. Hey, who killed the power?
Graceland told most of us that at exactly 9 p.m., the whole airship will go off for about a minute for some testing. The lights will automatically turn on in a bit.
Which is good for me, because now you have no lights to protect you now. So now you will pay for trying to break into my premises where my minions live at.
Dude, we didn't even do anything. We had no intention of breaking into your stupid house and kidnap your stupid minions. Nope. Absolutely no intention. You're just a stupid, dumb, mindless killing machine. Either way, I know you were always a bad guy. You used to be a good guy. That greedy, dumb guy did this to you. Maybe if you side with us, you can get turned back to normal. If not, then we will fight you. We will defeat you, and we will kill you. Your choice.
Mr. Tree, the thing is, it's that the Keeper was made decades, maybe centuries ago. Longer than your great-great-great-grandparents were even born. He's ancient. Literally. He's pretty much immortal at this point. There would be no way of turning him back to normal, and there is no way of killing him. He will live on forever.
Yep. There is no getting rid of me. I've killed lots of people the last few centuries, and There is no way that two of you would be the first to survive.
But thanks to Grayslug's testing being done, his weakness will turn on right about. Now,
The light it burns, you guys may have won the battle, but you may not win the war.
What just happened? Where is he going?
well, his weakness is light. If he stands under lights after 5 minutes sharp, he will die. So he's going back to his lair, but that still won't stop him from trying to assassinate us. He will still try to kill us. We are still under his curse.
What? How are we supposed to live a normal life while being haunted by that demon freak?
Well, there is one way to get rid of his curse. Once we get rid of his curse, he won't try to kill us. But trust me, people tried that way to get rid of the curse, and no one survived it.
Oh, so there is a way to get rid of this curse from him. How do we?
Well, first, we pay a visit to his lair.
See that down there? That's a vat of EXE chemicals. Chemicals to turn you into an EXE monster. But I'm using it to bring Daisy back. 30 years ago today, she died. I brought her skeleton with me to remind me of her, but now I'm using the chemicals to bring her back. I don't even care if she'll be an EXE monster. I just want her back. Rainbow World was where I used to live, as a rainbow glook. I hated every second of it. Everyone bullied me and unwelcomed me. The only person that made that world feel even remotely semi-good. She was so nice and actually tried to make that world seem better. Then that stupid lightning storm impacted and killed her. I knew there was no other reason to stay in that world. So I left, went through that convenient portal into this world. I met so much evil friends, so my life is good, but I still want her back. So, now I'm gonna use my knowledge to do just that. She may be an EXE monster, but that's okay. I'm gonna try to take a break of evilness and just focus with my friends.
Emily, no! Alien, what have you done? Did you kill him?
Dude, Eboli fell into random toxic chemicals that could be deadly. Of course he's dead. Do you see him come back up? Of course not.
No! And oh! But why? After 1 month, we decided to stop trying to kill you. Killing you guys wasn't our top priority anymore. We needed a team bonding. Now you ruined our bond by killing him.
Yep, Eboli is finally dead. I know that it's the wrong thing to torture you guys, but I don't care. It's about time I'm the bad guy and you're the tortured guys. Ma.
I have to get out of here and tell everyone that Eboli is dead. We're all gonna mope around in sadness. Why wouldn't we? Eboli was very important to us. We're gathered here today to remember the life of Evely. He was our fearless leader. He was the guy who brought us all today. Me, Green, Reddy, Ruby, and all the henchmen, all 1,000 of them. Not much people have the ability to do that. He also took care of us, built this amazing lair, and he just did a lot for us. So for that, we're doing this funeral, to not make him forgotten.
Now this is just sad. Why are we all just moping around?
What do you mean? You killed our friend, of course we're sad.
That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about why you guys aren't preparing for what I'm about to do.
Hello guys, I'm back. I'm finally back. You thought you could get rid of me that easy.
Evely, you're alive. But as a big black slimy monster.
Okay guys, listen up. We're gonna make some big changes around here.
What? But you said you'd never change the rules.
I changed my mind. Now you guys will be suffocating and painfully gonna be in big and suffering torture as I melt y'all into glue.
Stop it! Oh, let me go! Let me go! Ah, stop! 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 It burns! It burns! I'm melting!
Evely, what are you doing? I thought we were your friends.
That's right, you guys are my friends. But my best friend is dead. Daisy was the only person that made Rainbow World not all bad, and yet she's the only friend that's dead. I thought these EXE powers would be good to bring her back, but instead it was used on me for power.
Daisy, that person that was your friend before coming to this world. She's gone, Evely. She's been gone for 30 years. There's no way to bring her back, even if she can be brought back with that EXE chemicals. You wouldn't want her as an EXE monster. Plus, you can't leave a person dead for 30 years and then finally bring them back. That's stupid. You've changed, Evely. You've changed.
You're right. I've changed for the better. Watch this. Run all you want. I'll catch up to you before you know it. For now, I'll get anyone who's in sight.
Come on, Green. Evely is our friend. We have to help him. We can't attack him.
Reddy, did you not see the way he melted Alien into black ooze? He's a monster now.
Well, maybe it was just that one time. Maybe we have a chance on turning him back to normal.
I don't care. He said he would attack all of us. It's up for us to defend for ourselves. Even if that isn't the real him, we have to look out for ourselves. Plus, who knows? Maybe we might be able to turn him back to his old self.
I don't think your weapon worked, Green. I think you just risked your own self.
Your pathetic little weapons are nothing against my EXE power. Just admit it, you guys are worthless little peons, and I'm the top of the power social hierarchy. You guys can be a part of that, you know. By surrendering yourselves to me, by melting into black ooze, you will be consumed into me and be an upgrade to my power. Look at it like that, okay?
It's good that you survived. Even Ruby lost to him. He's extra dangerous.
Evely EXE is unstoppable. Not even Green's laser cannon that she always uses could stop him.
Well, luckily for us, we just have the thing to turns him back his normal self. I'm a bit of a scientist, specifically a chemist. I have just the thing that can counteract the X infection. He fell into a vat of X chemicals. Assuming it was an accident, all of the X chemical power found its host. It consumed evenly to an X monster, powerful enough to melt anything it touches. So we can use a cure that has the chemicals to fight the X power. Because it can't be beaten by blades, fire, bullets, laser bullets, or acid. Just the chemicals that can kill it.
Well, that's good. I knew that he wouldn't melt us on purpose. We have to turn him back.
Look, USD power now time for you to get turned back to normal.
Oh my god, look at all these holes on the ground. This monster is an earthworm. I gotta hide before it feeds on me. No! If I can't know where he is, I'm doomed. I have to go to a safe place. What the? You look like something to vomit at. You look disgusting. I hate it so much, but like who on earth are you, Freakazoid?
You may not recognize me, obviously, but I've been here and been recognized by other people for a long, long time. Maybe even before you were alive. I've been alone for so long, but that's okay. The only thing occupying me is killing and absorbing people into my mouth like a vacuum. Like a vacuum. But the most enemies are scientists like you. They're my true enemies, and I really, really hate them. And I'll stop at nothing until they are dead. All of them. Like you. Your name is even named Scientist.
What? Why do you hate scientists? What did they do to you, you freak?
Stupid scientist. Unaware of who I am. That's okay. I'll tell you who I am and why I hate scientists for what they did to me. You may have recalled the creation of Peach, how a famous scientist known as Graceland made him, and how everyone bullied him and forced him to live down in the sewers indefinitely. This very small company were very intrigued with the idea of making a new color, so they invested on a new project to make new colors. Not just new colors, colors to show their own emotions. It'd make them a profitable enterprise. It was a very small company by 3 people who just wanted to make their dreams come true, named No Machines. Get it? Because they run experiments using no machines. Doing this, they'd make their company a bigger company. They didn't start with me. No. This messed up company started with other failed colors. Lavender was their first idea. A jolly, happy, cheerful color that will make people's day. Wanna know how they did it? They kidnapped 2 people. 1 white one, 1 purple one, and merged them together. They were jerks. They didn't care about how they ruined lives. They just wanted money. They hated her. They thought Lavender was too happy and jolly, but they wanted something cool. Something to make them feel pumped about the colors. Those monsters clearly don't know what they're doing. But the real monsters are the three scientists. Instead of unmerging Lavender, they threw her in the cell forever. They give her food every day, but that's no excuse to take someone's life, or actually, 2 lives, and toss them when they realize that those lives are failures. No Machines was a terrible company, the worst company ever, and you will see why shortly. Mint was the next one, a gross macabre color to represent its nastiness, clearly one of the stupidest ideas these morons have thought of. Just like with Lavender, one white person, one green person merged. Another failure. Bullied. Honestly, I get it. Because that idiot is disgusting and stupid, but still not cool to bully. Just like Lavender, locked in a cell, seemingly forever, that meant for lives taken, those stupid scientists are getting worse and worse. Rainbow was supposed to be the coolest color, and it would be the coolest color, even I admit it. But of course, it's the only thing that couldn't work out. 6 people were in there instead of 2, and, trust me, it did not work out well at all. The machine would malfunction and make those things instead. Not even an Among Us person. They thought that maybe if they try it again, it will work this time. It didn't. The machines proved it was way too dangerous, and of course, like all the others, they're thrown out as well. Terrible. Which only left one last chance before they give up. Me? There is what I was before. 1 red, 1 black. Until what those awful scientists did to me. Something was different though. Something they didn't know. A demon soul possessed into my body and demonized me. Not only I was a color to represent scariness, I was a demonic entity from hell, and the idiotic scientists didn't know that until it was too late. So when I was showed to the people, they were terrified of me, and of course I got rejected. I was ready to be thrown in the cell, but that different happened to me. Another thing about me was that I got grow and survive off of nutrition. I survive off of fear, people's fear, and that fear gave me power. So when all those people were terrified of me, power and evilness grew within my body, and I went on a murderous rampage. Obviously, the company was responsible for its creation killing a person, so they got sued to the point where they got bankrupt. They had to completely shut the entire company down, shut down their dreams. So they were absolutely, majorly furious with me. So I got thrown out like the others, but it wasn't the jail cell.
You did this to us. You idiot, we hate you so much. We thought you would be the success for this company, but no. Instead, now we have to find another way for our income. Instead of science experiments, we have to have completely different jobs, which is not on our vision board. Because of you, we won't take care of you. We won't let you live. We'll lock you in this room and throw away the key, leaving you to die. Later, stupid.
They threw me in a dark room. You can't even see anything when the door closed, and I was scared of the dark. One last thing about me, I can grow power off my own fear too. So within every day, more power grew into me. All of those days, all of those hours, all of those minutes, all of those seconds, all of those milliseconds, all of those nanoseconds, fear lurked within my body, and that fear gave me power that all lasted 40 years. And of course, after all of that fear consuming, I was a monster. Until I finally got freed from my imprisonment for 4 decades.
Hello? Anyone in here?
You know, you're lucky. You're free after 40 years. Literally. For decades, and yet we're still locked here. We've never given a chance of a free life from those jerk scientists. It was very simple. Just free us. Apparently, they're very money hungry. They deserve to go through bankruptcy. But it's not like you are the better person in the matter.
Yeah, why would you be any different, now that you're a living monster and you are free after 40 years, but we're still locked? You're probably more focused on getting revenge than you are freeing us, so go, we're still getting food and water at least.
Thank you so much.
I felt bad for the Forgotten Colors, and I needed my revenge too, so I luckily found those scientists alive, so that way I can take care of them myself. I built from fear and madness, but this was all. Madness for all these years of being locked up. So mad that I killed other people too. But then I saw you, wearing a scientist goggle. So I went after you and your friend Duncan right up to Polis. I'm not so sure where Duncan is, but it doesn't matter. I don't need to find him. I just need to take care of you because you're a scientist, and therefore you're a threat to me.
It was many moons ago, when blood-drawn forest wasn't as creepy as it is now. Blood-drawn forest was made to scare people. There was never anything evil about it. But people believed some monster was haunting that place. That rumor never stopped until one day. Everything changed. Started at that high school.
There was this college student that was afraid of that forest 10 times more than anyone else could ever be, and of course 2 bullies just had to bully him. They picked on us and called him things like coward, double-phobic freak, scared all the time idiot, and braveless freak. It kept on for days and days until one day, the bullies had a breakthrough. He arrived at Blood-Drawn Forest, but right away from the get-go that he knew that he would hate it very, very much. He walked through the trails all alone at night. He was petrified, terrified, cowardly afraid. He absolutely felt so passed out from it. The only thing that kept him moving was the uncontrollable walking he did. He felt so lifeless. He ran a little bit, picking up the pace. He knew the only way to get out of that nightmare faster is to keep on running. Soon he needed to catch his breath, so he stopped for a bit. At least he had a thought. If he did it, he'd be the first person to enter, walk through and exit Blood-Drawn Forest. He kept waking until he found out the shocking truth. Blood-Drawn Forest was something to be afraid of. That college student died that day. It was all the bully's fault. He was dead until the unthinkable happened. Chemicals started to leak out of the landmine. It started spreading throughout him and the blood, and both of them began to merge. The transmission was complete. He was now the blood-drawn monster. Apparently, that's what the person who made that forest wanted. He decided to put that landmine for a human vessel to fully make that place an evil place. Blood-Drawn was very angry that he decided to kill anyone who would enter. Of course, it wasn't enough time until the bullies noticed he was missing and they began to search for him with the police.
The Shark King is a human who is a human with the minds and accessories of a shark. He is a predictor that intrudes and tries to take him down. He is strictly against humans. He hates them after what they did to them. Even though his shark life is better than his human life, Allow me to show you how his life of basically being a shark is. So that's when the Shark King does, if any intruder crosses his path, whether it's just a random person or a hunter, and the Shark King has definitely faced a lot of hunters trying to shoot him. He tears them apart. He either does it himself or he calls upon his shark tribe. He has to protect him, his shark family and his home. If anyone crosses the line, you have to make them all pay. Believe it or not, he wasn't always a shark person or that much violent. No, he was a human. The Shark King used to be a normal guy named Tom. He was a good person. His favorite animal was the mighty sharks. He likes how they're natural predators and manage to kill and eat fish on their own, and there are all kinds of sharks. He loved sharks. In fact, he wanted a pet shark of his own. He would make a big tank to put the shark in. He even told the whole town about it. They made fun of him for it. They mocked him and said that would be impossible. How can you get a big giant sea animal that eats anything bothering its surroundings and find room in your house, they said. Tom felt resentful. He felt like a person that was trying to make his impossible dreams come to life. He had enough of the bullying. Ever since he had even laid that idea on the table, he got nothing but grief. So one day, after dealing with more bullying than ever, he had an idea. So he wanted to prove everyone wrong by going into the ocean and find the shark himself. The whole town gathered and saw how Tom caught that shark no problem. Everyone was actually amazed. They felt wrong for how they treated Tom, and now they're praising him for that incredible shark catching stunt. Tom was finally pleased from the whole town. But then something went wrong that turned everything upside down for both the town and Tom's reputation. The shark broke free and decided to go on a complete murderous rampage. The whole town freaked out. The shark killed a lot of people because of how bothered he was. A lot of people died that day, and soon everyone's anger turned to Tom. A famous scientist that is very close to the place came and took the shark down. Then the scientist was furious at Tom. The Shark King went deep down into the deep ocean, the very bottom of the ocean, 35,876 feet 7 miles into the ocean. He wanted to get as far away from the surface as possible. Then he found his new domain. It wasn't much, but it was good. Then he made a brand new shark family. In fact, that's where he got his name. From his nature of him being the only shark different than others, he still has his humanity. We thought that living in the ocean as a shark was a nightmare, but in fact, it was a miracle. He lived the ocean life. He loved having a shark family. He also got to explore the great and big coral reef. He loved what he was doing. He also does what sharks do best. If any intruder comes to take the Shark King down, he would eat him or he would feed him to the other sharks. Why not? That would make dinner easily.